Camino is a medieval pilgrimage that has been walked
for 1,000 years, and people travel it
for various reasons. It used to be mainly religious, but now it's more spiritual and about getting to know yourself. Northern Spain is the part that we walked across, but there's a ton of branches because in history, people just stepped outside of their house and walked all the way to Santiago.
Well, the reason I went was to get out of my comfort zone and do something new, something that I wouldn't have done here in New Hampshire.
To explore different countries and get to know myself better and figure out what I wanted to do kind of after college was my goal.
As soon as I woke up, I would jump out of my bed and roll up my sleeping bag. Within a half hour, be lacing up my boots and start walking. You just follow yellow arrows and talk to whoever, think about whatever, sing whatever.
We literally climbed huge mountains and hiked 850 miles and survived and did it and loved it. So I think when you think you can't do something, a lot of times you can. You just need to put your mind to it and just do it.
I really liked how simple life was when you're on the Camino, and how the only thing you really had to worry about was getting from point A to point B, and you had all the time in the world to do it.
But walking the Camino de Santiago made me feel free.
I really learned that I liked not having a lot of things. I liked only having a backpack and only worrying about that one thing, and I just think that you really notice the value of life, and then when you step back into the real world, there's more like, oh, you have to have these clothes and shoes and this stuff, and it's just extra.
Walking the Camino made me feel comfortable about the future. You're actually in the future right now. One step at a time can get you to a very far place if you just take those steps. It's not as complex and as difficult as you may think of in your head once you get out there and do it.
Before I went on the trip, I had a really hard time being alone, and I kind of learned that it was all right. Like, you could go and be by yourself and it was okay. It wasn't like scary to be with your own thoughts and have to process things, and like it was all right. And I feel like a lot better about things like that.
I feel much more independent after I did it because I feel like I can do anything now.
It's such an inner personal thing, and that you just feel so different, and that's one thing that's really hard to put into words, the change in feeling that you feel from accomplishing this huge walk and this bond that you experience with everyone and pilgrims in general along the way.
When we walked into the city, to Santiago, and saw the church, it was really breathtaking. We had read about it, heard about it, seen pictures. Nothing really prepares you for when you first walk in there. And the square, it's this huge square, and it's this beautiful, beautiful old church. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. And everyone in the town is just so happy that they've all done it. And everyone just feels that sense of accomplishment.
I want to do more adventurous things. I just really fell in love with the world on the Camino, and I want to see so much more of it. People just get sucked into their own everyday lives that they don't realize how much is out there.
Like one photo, the video is only like here.